morning, everyone. Today we will be learning about math. In this particular subject, we will be talking about work problems. Not the problems you get from work, but by making a problem about your time at work. Now, you may be asking, what? Why do we need to learn about this? Now that is where I need you to shush. We will learn about this to improve your analytical skills and logical thinking so that you can apply what you've learned here in real life. Without further ado, let's get started. It always starts with how much you can do in a certain amount of time to finish your work. Take me, for example. I would take about 5 hours to study by myself. But if I have a tutor with me, it could help me consume less time and I could study for 3 hours. Now we will be taking things literally and start solving them using the rate of how much time you and your friend consume doing a certain job multiplied by the limited time you need to spend working together. The standard formula for work problems involving two persons is as follows, where T1 is time taken by the first person, T2 is time taken by the second person, T3 is time taken by both. Let's solve the first work problem. Alexis can clean the classroom for 40 minutes, while Missy can clean the classroom for 60 minutes. How long would it take if they were to clean the whole classroom together? Let us analyze it. Now, we shall be using a table to determine how much time would it consume if they were to work together. Firstly, their names. Alexis and Missy. Alexis takes about 40 minutes, so we write it as 1 over 40. Missy takes about 60 minutes, likewise 1 over 60. The time represents how much time they can consume working together. However, it is an unknown value represented by the variable x. Then we multiply the numerator to the numerator and we get x over 40 and x over 60. To know how much time they will be consuming working together, they must combine their forces and time, and that will amount to one job. We shall compute using a linear equation. To make things easier, we cancel out the fraction by finding the LCD, least common denominator of the two denominators, then dividing that with the denominator, then multiplying it to the numerator. And in the process, you also multiply the least common denominator with the 1. Easy, right? Then we add the like terms and divide both sides to cancel out the coefficients that will lead to our answer. Let's proceed with the next problem. JP can solve a crossword puzzle in 2 hours, while Gabe can do it in 3 hours. Both of them helped one another in solving the crossword puzzle in 1 hour. However, Gabe had an emergency meeting, so he left JP all alone to solve the remaining problems. How long would it take JP to finish solving the crossword puzzle by himself? We put the table. Then the given is 2 hours for JP, 3 hours for Gabe, and together they work for 1 hour. What about the missing time that JP spends finishing solving on his own? That's why we will add plus x in JP's time, because it is an unknown value. So we multiply the rate, the time, and then we get the work. Only multiply the numerator, okay? We add both of their work together and that is equals to 1 job. Once we cancel out the fraction, we add the like terms, then we transpose and change its sign to negative. Remember, if you are going to transpose, always change the sign, then divide both sides by the coefficient, and thus you will have the answer x is equals to 1 over 3 minutes. Thank you for listening in, folks. Hope you learned something.